What's up, everybody? I am Trevor from the Michael and Trevor Show, here with Alex from Rare Friends Podcast. Today, we are going to be doing a rewind of a film that came out 2019, I believe. In lieu of the sequel coming out here in a few days, we're going to be talking about Ready or Not. Are you excited for this, Alex?
I am ready. I am not ready.
Well, tell me a little bit about your initial thoughts of the film. I know we probably have seen this a few times. I just rewatched it last night. I think you just rewatched it tonight.
Yeah,
So tell me a little bit of, yeah.
like 20 minutes ago I finished it. I watched this for the first time back in the fall. So I've only seen it twice. Somehow it missed me
Okay.
before. I like this movie a lot. I Samara Weaving, she's great. It's the Radio Silence guys who I really like. Um Yeah, it's fun. It's, dark comedy. It's splashy horror, right? Like
Hmm.
it's pretty action packed. It starts a little slow and that was kind of the point, and then it gets hectic. Yeah, I like it a lot. What do
Yeah.
you think about this movie?
Same thing there. I thought it was kind of interesting how nothing really big happened until like 30 minutes into the film.
Yeah.
I distinctly noticed that last night. I'm like, it's 30 minutes into this hour and 30-minute long movie, and there's not that much that happened. And then boom, they pick that
Yeah.
card and it's go time.
Well, and it's interesting too because it starts pretty hot and heavy, right? It starts 30 years in the past, and
Yeah.
like with that dude getting killed and the kid helping them find him, right? And then it snaps, yeah,
Hmm.
30 years later, and it's just a wedding.
Yeah. And it was pretty cool. A few of the parallels that happened with the little kid. And this is obviously a spoiler review. If you haven't seen this movie that came out, what is it, 5 years ago? Sorry, but um,
We're
like the
working
kid
to
in the
get you
beginning of the film.
ready for the sequel. So this is
Yes,
important.
yes, it is. But the kid in the beginning, helping them find the character, and he got killed. You have that towards the end of the film, whenever the kid shoots her in the hand, and then you see like the characters, just how it happened, like 30 years ago in the past, and then now you see him grown up. It's just kind of cool. I think the story was just fantastic. I mean, it's not super generic. It's a pretty interesting concept, in my opinion.
hmm
And I don't know what happened, but I just finally noticed on this watch that it was a family that came from games.
Yeah, same
Like that's how
actually.
they made all their money.
Yeah.
I'm like, that makes it even better.
Yeah, this is the Monopoly family, like just
Yeah.
in this movie. And yeah, I find that so interesting. I feel like you talked about the characters. I feel like that's a good direction to go with this review, is kind of talk about characters, right? Because, I mean, obviously, other than Grace, nobody's coming back in the next film because, spoiler alert, they all die.
Yeah,
But,
they all die.
I'd like to know who your favorite characters are because I have two. My first one is Aunt Helene. I love Aunt Helene so much, dude. She, one of the first lines she does is she says to my other favorite character, Emily, she goes, brown-haired niece, you continue to exist.
Mhm.
She cracks me up. Just everything she does is hilarious. And then Emily, dude, I love Emily. Like
The
she shoots,
cokehead.
oh my gosh. So she shoots Clara and then she snorts coke, right?
Yeah.
Then she catches Grace in the hallway and tries to shoot her 5 times and misses every time. And she just screams like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then the crossbow, she shoots the servant, like kills the
Yes.
servant. Like,
She's just not a good shot at all.
yeah, but you got to think it's been 30 years since this happened before, right? So no one here other
Mhm.
than the old people have been through this. Like, this is the
Right.
first time they've pulled the hide and seek card in 30 years.
which is such a crazy concept. Like it had some like mystical or whatever magical parts to it, and then like okay, this could be kind of normalized. Like this could happen, I guess, in a crazy way. Then the last 5 minutes, you're like, what?
Yeah.
So my two favorite characters, I'd say, are Daniel, just
Mm,
because he was the little kid at the beginning of the film.
right.
So I'm like, okay, that's a good little arc for him, in my opinion. And I mean, it's Adam Brody. He's a pretty well-known actor, which is kind of cool to see him. And this film actually had some pretty like decent sized names in it, I should say. Like
Sure.
no one too crazy, but you'd have like Andy McDowell, Mark O'Brien, or no, sorry, yeah, Adam Brody, Samara Weaving. I mean, A- tier actors, I'd
Hey,
say.
Andy McDowell, like to go from watching Groundhog Day to this is quite the change.
Yeah, and I really hated her character in this film the first time I watched it. Like,
Okay.
despite like I just didn't like it. And this second watch was it was just so much better. I liked it more the second time.
Sure.
And then my second favorite character is Fitch.
Don't be a bitch, Fitch. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah, don't be. He's just so funny. Like one of my favorite scenes is him in the bathroom trying to watch on YouTube how to use a crossbow, and then you see Grace just fall in the background, and he's like, "Huh, huh." Like I love the guy.
Yeah,
He's a funny guy.
he reminds me of, and I don't know who the actor is, but the heavy dude in Beetlejuice that is like the mom's friend that comes from the city. Like,
Yes,
yeah, like to me, they're the same character.
yes, very much so. And he kind of looks very similar to that, like to the guy too.
Yeah,
Which I don't. That might have been an homage to Beetlejuice.
maybe.
Who knows?
I mean, speaking of homages, right? One of your favorite Screams, Scream 6, Samara Weaving is at the beginning of that, or Samara, I don't know how to say her name, I'm sorry. But
Hmm.
she's at the beginning of that wearing a dress that is supposed to allude to her character in this, because that was also made by the Radio Silence guys.
And hats off to the Radio Silence guys. I mean, almost everything I've seen from them has been great.
Yeah.
And the only thing I really didn't love was Annabelle, or not Annabelle. What was it?
Abigail.
Yeah, Abigail. Yeah, I thought that was okay, but other than that, great stuff. So,
Yeah,
um,
I haven't seen any of the VHS movies, but I want to check those out because they made those too.
they're creepy. So, is there any things? So, this is your second time watching that kind of surprised you on second rewatch that you didn't realize the first time, or do you think you liked the movie more or
I
less on the second rewatch?
I don't think it changed for me. I was pretty high on this the first time I watched it, and I'm still pretty high. There was just like funny things that I picked up on more, like the trip safe guy, Justin, when she's trying to steal the car and drive away. Like
Hmm.
that dude was so funny.
Yeah.
Like she's just like, F you, Justin. Like But I mean, yeah, no, I you talked about the game thing. I picked up on the game thing. I did on second watch, I did pick up on some of the stuff Alex was saying to her at the beginning. Like when he's like, talking about how bad his family is and she has no idea how
Hmm.
terrible they are. And he says like, "Hey, I'm giving you an out. Like if you want to leave right now, you can
Yeah.
leave right now." And Daniel tried to do the same thing.
Yes. Yeah, he did. I thought that I liked it more on the second watch than the first watch, which is kind of you usually don't see in a movie like this.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's not a lot of new. It's not like you watch The Fugitive and you pick things up the second, third, fourth time you watch it,
Right.
But it is such a funny movie. I think since I watched it the second time, I knew how it was going to end, which I think it set up the film better. It is so funny. It's genuinely a funny movie.
Yeah, it's a comedy. It's it
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's a dark comedy, and That's so good. I'm interested to see how the second movie kind of does things, right? Because they're kind of doing what they did with The Strangers, where the second movie is picking up immediately after the end of the first one. Um,
Hmm.
and I'm interested to see like if Mr. LaBelle like has something to do with the what are they called? The High Council. Because the High Council is hunting her down in the new movie that we see from the trailer.
Hmm.
They're led by Elijah Wood, which I'm
Right.
so pumped up for. Elijah Wood and
So cool.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, like hunting down Samara Weaving and her
Uh-huh.
sister. Like, yeah, I'm pretty pumped up for that. So I'm interested to see where this one goes.
And I thought the exact same thing at the end of the like film yesterday. I'm like, all right, I was paying very close attention to. All right, so there's sirens, you hear the cops.
Yep.
So the police are there. Are they going to I mean that you see the mansion on fire. Are they going to retcon anything that happened, or how do you go from like the cops into them getting chased and doing the whole ready or not thing again?
Yeah, well, so the trailer kind of shows you that because it shows you she's in the hospital and she's been arrested. And so I'm
That's true. I've
thinking,
been trying not to watch any trailers.
yeah, yeah, this trailer is one of the most exciting ones I've seen in a while. Like the use of music and everything,
Oh,
like has gotten me pretty pumped up for this movie. So,
okay.
um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm a little hesitant about a sequel because this to me was like a succinct, perfect movie. Like it was this family that was
Mhm.
doing these things. They met like their ancestor met Mr. LaBelle. They got this game. She survived it. The ending with her sitting on the steps smoking the cigarette to me is one of the most iconic final girl shots of any film I've ever seen.
Yeah. And it was Annie McDowell's character's little cigarette booklet. And she's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's so pretty. It was a just perfect cherry on top there.
But you and I both know why they're making the sequel. The budget of this film was $6 million, and it made just shy
Hmm.
of 60 million.
Made that much.
Yeah, 57.6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for them.
So that's 100% why they're making the sequel. Now, is it going to be good? I don't know. Is it going to be fun? Probably.
Yeah. That's the thing I've been kind of playing with is this like I saw it in like, I saw it in theater 2019.
Hmm.
A lot of things have changed since then, you know. Not Margot Robbie. She looks almost like Margot Robbie. Um Samara Weaving has obviously changed in however many years that's been.
Hmm.
So I like continuity wise, like of looks, it's gonna kind of throw me off a little bit, which kind of scares me. But like, where do you go? How does the sister know to be there? Like, there's so many questions I have,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of excited for it.
Yeah. And we're going to see it together and probably review it. So
Yeah,
I do have
and hopefully they make a lot of money.
I do have one negative about this movie that I think hurts it. So
Okay.
there's the moment where right before Clara gets shot where Alex grabs Grace, right? And they're hiding and then they try to escape through like the servants' quarters.
Mhm.
And she like confronts him and she's like, "What why didn't you tell me this? Like why didn't you tell me any of this stuff?" And he has one of my least favorite lines potentially ever in a film. He goes, if I had
Mm.
he goes, if I had told you, you would have left me.
Yeah.
And and instead of her being like, no shit, Sherlock, like why would I not leave you? She just looks upset that she's like, oh, yeah, you're right. Like, what are we doing here? Like, do you want to live or do you want to be with this not even attractive dude? Like where are we going here?
Yeah. There were a few plot hole, like not plot holes, but things in the film very similar to that I was like, okay, I get it's like a movie, but like, and you have to progress this stuff forward. But like, come on.
Yeah.
Like one of the biggest things for me was whenever she was in the car driving away and she hit the OnStar thing,
Hmm.
and she was like, "Call the police," and then the car was like, "Nah, you're not the right owner. I'm gonna stop the car." That's not how it happens, okay?
Yeah.
That's not how this works.
Well, and this is the second time in a movie we've watched recently that this happened. So it was that, and then Companion. Companion, the same thing
Yes.
happened because they're like, oh, the car's been reported as stolen. But that one made more
Hmm.
sense. Like that was a Tesla, that was something they could turn off
Correct.
electronically, you know. This one, it was
That
just a,
2015 Lincoln.
yeah, it was just a funny line, you know?
Yeah. And there's a few and another thing I really didn't like, and I don't know if how you felt about this, is at the end where what's his face? Alex. He's always been like sympathetic towards Grace, like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Then at the end he's like, nah, like I wanna I wanna get you. Just at a
Okay.
flip of the switch.
So I felt that way the first time I watched it. But that's a big
Okay.
thing I noticed tonight is his motivation for why he did that. He was so sure that if she it didn't play the game and they didn't complete it, that they would all die. And so he was more
Hmm.
afraid for his life than he was for hers. So I think it actually made a lot of sense
Okay.
why he did that.
Yeah. It's just like he was so lovey-dovey at first, and he's like, I'm so sorry, and then he's like, nah, you're gonna die. Sorry, lady.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think
it just felt so quick. Like it would have been nice for a slow progression throughout the
oh, I
film.
agree with
It
that.
it
Sure.
felt kind of like just a little jarring for me.
Yeah. Well, I think they were going for anti Deus Ex Alex, right? Like because, they show
Uh-huh.
us the whole time he's trying to get her out and then they're like, just kidding. Like the man is not going to
Hmm.
come save the day. Like this is girl power.
Yeah, which I think it was. Like I watched this with my fiance. She absolutely loved it, and she was like dog tired last night, and I popped it on at like 10,
Hmm.
and she was like, "Oh, like a movie," and then she was like brushing her teeth in the room watching the movie, and I'm like, "All right, this got to be good. Like she really
Yeah.
got to be loving this."
Yeah.
So, and she loves those type of like girl power movies like Barbie and all that. So like it's great that you and I can watch it and be like, this is kick ass.
Yeah.
And then I'm bringing up ladies in film, like ladies watching movies. It gets the ladies and like, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. It's just a good movie. Is it perfect? No.
Hmm.
Is it like
No,
a cinematic masterpiece? No. But it's a fun time that I could watch over and over again.
yeah, it's a great popcorn flick.
Yep.
So, do you have any last thoughts? I would love to hear a ranking from you from this film as well.
Yeah. I don't really have any other thoughts. Like I kind of went through them all. I think maybe my favorite like bit in the movie is when Stevens, like the butler or whoever he is bringing Grace back and he's on FaceTime with all of them. And so they're all
Mhm.
huddled around this phone FaceTiming him as she makes him wreck the car. Like that would
Uh-huh.
just so obscene and just so funny. Like this movie had me
Yeah,
cackling.
that's a great scene. And there are scenes like that. Like that is hilarious. The one where he's on the YouTube watching that. The one where the girl's coughing up the blood, and then the ant just chops the head off. And then the ending scenes where they all blow up. It was so funny. Like you see the
Hilarious.
mom and the two kids run to the hallway, and you see one blood spot, and then pew pew, and I'm like, it's just this is so. I feel like an underrated film. Like it's not talked about in the movie world.
Yeah.
I'm like, this needs to be talked about more. This is a fun film.
Speaking of talking about it more, my last thing.
Mhm.
So they filmed this movie at two different mansions or castles or whatever. I don't know the second one, and that was most of the movie, but the first one they used was in Toronto. Do you know what castle filmed in Toronto, like in our lifetime that you would know?
No.
That is the X-Men mansion. Yeah, they filmed at the same place they filmed the X-Men mansion.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That is good like movie info right there.
Yeah,
Movie
little
trivia.
movie of trivia, yeah.
Wow. So imagine Fall of the X-Men. It was that like an X-Men story that they were all chasing after some like Deadpool.
That's a good idea. What would happen if Wolverine blew up? Would he form back together?
Who knows?
Yeah, I guess we
That
never
actually be
will.
an interesting. Yeah, that could be a little Elseworld story.
I would, speaking of Elseworld stories, I would really love like some short films about weddings that happened in those 30 years where they just played checkers or like cricket
Yeah,
or something. Like
it would be actually kind of like really. I think it's an interesting kind of concept. Like I would love to see a little bit more background, and I'm wondering if we will see that in the second film. I highly,
sure.
highly doubt it.
The second film to me feels like it's going to be an entirely new thing just with Samara Weaving again. Like that's kind of what I
Mhm.
want. Like
Just
we
with that
had
Ready or Not two.
yeah, like we got the vibe now. We understand the concept. Give me some nuance and some different stuff now and make it more interesting.
Absolutely. I'm really hoping this is like well made, and it is the Radio Silence team making this, and I believe they filmed this instead of Scream 7 because they said screw you to Scream 7, which I don't blame them, but I know TikTok is gonna love that clip. But yeah, I'm really excited for this, and I hope it's not. I hope it's worth it. Let's say.
It gives me hope that it's releasing in March and not January.
Yeah, but reviews for this movie, I'm seeing. I don't know if these are true reviews or not, but people are saying it builds on the original, doubling down on what worked, and it's a stylish, fun, dark throw ride.
I'm here. I'm in.
That's what I want. Yeah.
Yep.
So Alex, give me your ranking out of 10 for this.
So I really did love it. However, this is a very strong six for me. It is,
Wow.
yeah, it's really, really good, but there's enough issues with it that I can't take it much higher than a six.
That is surprising.
Yeah, I
That's
feel it,
extremely surprising.
but I feel like we've talked about this before. Like there are so many sixes and sevens that I would watch 100 times before I would watch
Uh-huh.
a 10 that wasn't that fun, you know?
Yeah.
So this is a 10 on the fun scale, but this is a
Mhm.
very strong six. It might even get to a seven. I don't typically do this, but depending on if the sequel makes this one better, might take it up to that seven.
That's an interesting concept. Like, if they do it properly and they tie it into the first film, I don't see why not.
Yeah. Where are you at?
I'm giving this, yeah, an 8 out of 10. And I think it's such a fun film. It's very rewatchable. It has its flaws, but in the world that it's in, it's okay to have those.
Yeah.
You know, this is such a crazy thing that I've been doing recently, but I'm comparing everything to Tron Legacy. So, Tron Legacy was the most 7 out of 10 movie for me of all time.
Okay.
For me personally. It's like I rank everything on the Tron Legacy scale. Is it as good as Tron Legacy? Is it better than Tron Legacy, or is it worse than Tron Legacy? And this is 1 star better than Tron Legacy.
Uh, funny enough, I have this exactly the same as Tron Legacy. I also have it as a six.
that's that's too funny.
You know what?
Oh my gosh.
One note that I wrote down that I forgot to talk about. So you and I, it hasn't come out yet. This will come out before it, but you and I just recently reviewed Longlegs.
Hmm.
And Longlegs, the bad guys, say, "Hail Satan." What do the bad guys say in this movie too? Hail Satan. Are we just starting a Hail Satan series? Because I don't want to.
No, oh no, that's some creepy stuff. We don't need
Yeah.
that. No, but that is it is interesting that they were chanting like nobody's business.
Yeah. Because that felt out of place to this. Like, so
Correct.
does that mean that Mr. LaBelle was just the embodiment of Satan and he wasn't a real person?
Whoa.
Like, is
Because
this
did
movie
you saw
deeper?
him for like that half second
Right, when he
at the
like,
end, right?
yeah, when he vanished or whatever, and she
Yeah, the
goes,
fire. Well, it was
yeah,
fire. You saw the fire thing, and then maybe we'll find out in about a week and a half.
yeah, yeah, this Friday. We'll find that out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That is actually I never thought of that, so that's a good take.
We'll see. I could just be pulling rabbits out of my hat, but hey, occasionally it sells tickets, so
Yeah, right. And if it's a rabbit, that might be a lucky rabbit right there.
sweet. That's really all I've got.
Yeah. Well, guys, yeah, I'm good. I'm just excited for the second one. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for watching the Real Friends and the Michael and Trevor Show podcast. We're together at this point. Make sure you like, subscribe to all of our stuff. Everything will be linked in the bio for both of our social medias, our Amazon page for our t-shirts, all the fun stuff. And let us know in the comments if you are excited for Ready or Not 2.
Real Friends is 4 followers on TikTok away from 1,000, so let's get us there, baby.
Let's do it. Let's get Real Friends up to over 1,000.
All right. Hey, we'll see y'all next time.
We'll see ya. Have a good one, guys.